How's it going? It's new bike day, exciting day for me. So today we're taking a look at the AKEZ King Kong. So it's a dual battery, 1500 watt nominal, 2000 watt peak rear hub electric bike. So it's kind of similar to the Super 73, but like half the price. But we'll get into the specs later when we take our ride. This is what it comes with out of the box. So you got two batteries, you got your headlights, you got two 3-amp chargers, you got a little license plate thing, I won't be using that. Some tools. They threw in a free chain here, like bike lock, which is pretty cool. And you got your front fender and your front tire. I don't like doing unboxing because it's boring. So I'm gonna throw this together really quick. I won't bore you with that either, and we'll get right into the ride. All right, so first issue is this kickstand. It's way too long. I even took the end of it off and it's still way too long. So I'm not sure if they ran out or what, and they just put one for a different bike on, or maybe they put it on by accident, but that kickstand is not gonna work. I'll let you guys know if I find any other issues. All right, so she's all put together. Let's go for our second ride. I just went on my first ride and didn't hit record on the stupid camera. So it's got a little key. Oh, it's already on, okay. So I ran down the battery just slightly, and I did a top speed run in that first attempt of the video, and I got 30 miles an hour was the fastest I got. The free spin speed was 33 miles an hour. You know, I'm 275 though, so if you're lighter than me, you'll probably get a lot faster than that. But typically I was hitting 27, 28 miles an hour, which is just fine for this type of bike. It's exactly what it's supposed to do, 28, 30 miles an hour, something like that. So it's got dual batteries, so it's the top one is 22.5 and the bottom one is 18.5 for a total of 41 amp hours at 48 volts. That's actually pretty damn good for a bike like this at only 1500 watt motor, so it's gonna last forever. I mean, I'll get at least 30 miles out of it, just throttle only, I'm thinking. I'll do another range video though, probably in a couple weeks. I got a bunch of other videos I have to make for some other scooters and whatnot. So you can buy this on my channel. It's $16.99 right now. FewMoto.com, link in the description there. But let's go up here and take a closer look at it and go over some of the specs. You know, the acceleration is actually more torquey than I thought it was going to be. I thought for my weight it was going to take forever to get up to speed, but no, it gets up to speed pretty good, and it takes off pretty good too, so pretty surprised by that. This bike competes with like the Super 73. I mean, I think you get more for less out of this bike because you get that 41 amp hours with the battery, which is a lot, and you get the 1500 watt motor. That's nominal, so it's 2000 peak, so that's pretty damn good. What's cool is it's got the pedals on here. You know, it's pretty limited to right around where the speed limit is for these type of things in most states, you know, which is like 28 miles an hour. You're going to max out at like 30 to 33 depending on your weight. I think overall the styling is really cool. I think this is probably the coolest looking bike that I've had. I like the cafe racer style. You know, I like just like these screw accents right here. They don't do anything but just for looks, but it looks pretty cool. You know, I like the way the dual batteries look. You know, I like how the headlight and the turn signals look. The big old fat 4-inch tires on the 20-inch wheels look pretty cool. You know, it's got like a 7-speed Shimano gear shift doohickey. I don't even know what brand. Yeah, Shimano derailleur too. I got the 7-speed, which I'm never going to use. I'm always just going to use the throttle. What I really like is it has a full throttle. No thumb throttle, no. It's got a full throttle, not a half throttle. No thumb throttle, which is really cool. I like that a lot about this bike. It's got dual piston hydraulic disc brakes, so that's good to have. It's kind of an upgraded feature for a bike in this price range to have hydraulic brakes and not the cable brakes. Yeah, you get so much for your money with this thing for $16.99. Geez, you just can't beat that for this bike. You get full suspension, preload, and compression right here on the forks, and then so you get full suspension with adjustability. You get the big old fat comfortable 4-inch tires, 1500 watt 2000 watt peak motor. You get the hydraulic brakes, dual batteries, twist throttle. You get the headlight with the turn signals. There's no turn signals in the rear, but it does have a brake light. So it has running lights and a brake light, you know, for safety. You know, for what it is, I really can't find a whole lot of flaws. The only thing that pissed me off was the size of this kickstand was too long. I had to take that bottom part off, and it's still, you know, it just barely leans. So I'm definitely going to give them that feedback. I think they just mistakenly put the wrong one on there. That's probably what happened. But I can cut that down, put that lower piece back on. Let's see here. I went over the brakes. The rotors are a little small, but the brakes actually feel really good. Riding, They have plenty of stopping power for me at my weight, so it's going to be good pretty much for everyone. See, one with the brakes. Let's go over to the display a little bit. I mean, it's pretty simple. You have the energy bar on top, you got your speed, and then you have your pedal assist 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you have 0. I think at 0 the throttle cuts off too. There's just nothing. And then these power modes are only related to the pedal assist. So even if you're in PS1, you still get full power by throttle. So you always have the full power on tap with the throttle. So yeah, and then you have the autometer. One of the things that kind of threw me through for a loop was well, let's get right in here and we'll talk about it. So one of the things that kind of threw me through for a loop was it was stuck at 15 miles an hour, and I was like, what the hell? And I went into the settings to check what the top speed was, and it was set at like 100 kilometers an hour, so that wasn't it. Apparently there's another speed limiter built into this bike that you have to unlock when you get it. I think they do it because I guess some states or countries or whatever have a 15 mile an hour speed limit for these things. So all you do is you just make sure that you turn the display off by holding M. Display turns off, you pull down the brake and hold it down and turn the display back on, and then continue to hold the brake for 20 seconds, count slow, and then that unlocks that speed limiter, and then you're good to go. You never have to do it again. But check your local laws and state laws before you do that. I'm in Texas. They do not give two shits here in Texas, so use my turn signal here. That worked out well. Yeah, I like having turn signals on this bike to let people know what you're doing. It just adds a safety feature here. One of the things I'm learning about these type of bikes, or just all electric bikes and scooters in general, it's kind of like what I learned in motorcycles, because I started off small, like 650, and then I worked my way up over, 15, 20 years or whatever, to a 1290 Super Duke GT, over a liter size bike. And with those kind of bikes, I mean, they're fun, but I mean, you get on the throttle just, moderately and pound up through those gears, you're going 140 miles an hour, like fast. And so you can have fun on them, but it's really dangerous, and you're at risk of getting arrested and getting a really, really big ticket and getting your license suspended. It's cool because you can, it actually accelerates pretty good, throttle only, but you can, if you need to add a little bit of torque on there, you can just start pedaling, add a little bit. But it accelerates just fine, throttle only. Well, anyways, like I was saying, the same is true for these type of bikes. Like, in my opinion, if you're not a stunter, you don't like doing wheelies and all that kind of stuff, you're not going to be doing jumps. I mean, really, you don't need like a 72 volt, 80 mile an hour Sur-Ron to have fun. I mean, having a bike like this is just as fun, It's got tons of range. You get 30, 40, 50 miles an hour or whatever. We'll find out in the next video on this one with the range test. I mean, right now I'm at 27. I got up to 30 earlier, but I mean, it's just plenty fast to ride on the streets. It'll go all day, with your battery life. You just don't need all that power to have a good time. This is just as fun, and it's really cool looking. It's got the full suspension. It has a decent seat. It's a pretty comfortable seat. And so it's just like a cush ride, made for cruising, having fun with your friends, commuting, whatnot. You're really not missing a whole lot on this compared to like a 72 volt bike. Now they are funner. I am kind of like a speed guy. I like that. I do like the torque and the strong acceleration, but I'm having a great time just messing around on this thing. I really like the style of it too. It's really cool looking. I think this thing gets more head turners than any other bike I've had too. People check it out. It's super relaxed ride. And for the money, I mean, yeah, like compared to like a Super 73, which is in the same class, you're paying like $3,400 for that. It's like double the price. And I think you're actually getting more battery capacity out of this. You're still getting the 1500 watt rear hub motor with 2000 peak power, Like I said, that's plenty. What else do you need? But yeah, so far the only thing that pissed me off, like I said, was the kickstand. I'm really happy with the brakes. The stopping power is really good. The handling is actually surprisingly good too. It's very confidence inspiring. I feel really comfortable just leaning right over in the turns and stuff like that. It's just a fun little machine. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this one. It's just kind of a first ride. There's going to be more videos on this to come. I actually like this bike a lot, so I'll be riding it a lot. Hit that like, subscribe, share, comment, all that kind of stuff. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.